Have you ever wanted to try something new in life? Go launch a new business, start a new venture, maybe create a new lifestyle for yourself. Maybe it's you want to start a nonprofit or be involved in, start a certain cause to go out and spread more good in this world. And I know the world can use more good, so if that's your aim, awesome. I'm Jason Palmisano, certified high performance coach, and I want to talk to you about what it is to persevere, because you need perseverance through the hard climbs of life. Whenever you want to build, whatever you want to build, whether it's your life, whether it's a business, a venture, a cause, whatever, you have to endure hard climbs. Those things are hard climbs, and it takes perseverance, it takes endurance. And so I want to talk to you about one of the hardest climbs that I've ever made, that I'm still involved with today. And I want to talk to you about 3 qualities that it took and that it's still taking today to make this climb, because it is a journey. And that climb I'm talking to you about is what most people know me for: founder and CEO of Trinity Fitness. Today, I've also added in certified high performance coach, and I can tell as a high performance coach, these 3 qualities that I'm going to talk about today, they are absolutely essential to your life, to whatever it is that you're trying to build. Trinity Fitness, my goodness, it's a gym that started way back in 2008 in my little 400 square foot garage. And since then, it's spread to multiple locations across multiple states. It has been quite a climb, quite an adventure, as you can imagine. And if you can picture yourself, if you've ever been hiking, you ever been over to the Rockies, I'll tell you what, as you start climbing, the terrain gets a little bit jagged and rough and unsure. But as you press through, as you climb higher, you get above the tree line. I think it's roughly around 10,000 feet, and the view widens. The air gets a little crisper. You can see a little bit more clearly, but it's still a hard climb, and it's so worth it. But here's what I want to share with you today. What is it that you're trying to build? And these 3 qualities certainly apply, and I found them to be true of my life. So quality number 1 in enduring hard climbs is desire. Desire. You might think, well, what about business acumen and that business? Desire. Desire is what gets you through. Desire is what keeps waking you up in the morning. Some people call it passion. I think they go hand in hand. Desire, passion, desire feed off of each other. And I remember back in 2008, all of my kids were young. They were in elementary school, and my wife came to me and she said, "I'm ready for a change. Can you help me?" And what she was talking about, like a lot of great moms, she poured her life into the kids, but let her own life go, her own health go in that process. And in 2008, she was ready to get her life back. So of course I jumped in, I want to help out. Well, shortly after that, my whole garage is filled with people going, "Can you help me too?" And it was that life change, that impact that I saw in other people's lives. They had more energy, they had more vibrancy, they had more stamina, they were showing up better for the people that mattered most in their lives. Trinity Fitness began to make an incredible difference in a lot of lives. That desire, that's the coach in me that's always been there, that feeds the passion, feeds the desire. And I'll tell you what, that desire is key if you're going to climb, endure the hard climbs. Because I was also working another job. I started another business previous to that, which had me on the road traveling and speaking. And so there would be many nights where I would get home from a speaking engagement, from at 2 a.m. I'm not exaggerating. By 5 a.m. the next morning, there's people, or that same morning, 3 hours later, people are in my garage saying, "Jason, I'm ready for the workout," because the workout started at 5:30. And it was incredible. I look back on those times and I'm like, there's no way I can duplicate that. How did that happen? But it was that deep desire, that passion that kept me going. And desire is the number one thing, the number one quality that I think is needed to endure hard climbs. And so I want you to think about it this way. As it comes to your desires, what is it that you're most passionate about in life? Have you found it? Do you know what it once was and maybe you lost it? And so think about it like, okay, what is it that I desire? What is it that wakes me up? What is it that activates the passion in me? And do I need to re-engage that? Do I need to rediscover that or find it for the first time? But it is an absolute must to live life to your fullest. And if you're going to build anything, and I hope that you aspire to become more of yourself, for those that you love the most, or build something or be involved in a cause that's greater than yourself, that is enriching. It's what life's all about. And I think all of us ought to be that, because that brings out the absolute best in us. Enduring these hard climbs brings out the best in us. So what is it that brings that desire, that passion out in you, that awakens your spirit? And I want to challenge you today. If you've lost that, get back to it. Rediscover it, or perhaps discover it for the first time. And today I still continue to feed that desire as a coach with Trinity Fitness, and growing the gyms, and growing as a certified high performance coach now. And that is something that I added, that another piece of endurance, a hard climb that I want to grow, I want to build this new business. So we're talking about how to build, how to endure hard climbs. And you need three qualities. And that first quality is desire. All right, so we're talking about how to endure hard climbs when you're trying to build something, anything, it could be your life. How do you endure those hard climbs? The number one quality needed is desire. And the second is hustle. Hustle, the way I define it, is your capacity to get work done, to flat out get after it, to wake up early, stay up late, do whatever is needed to hustle and get the job done. You got to put in the hours. I remember the early days of Trinity Fitness. We got a code violation, right? So there's a knock at my door, and I understand it. And we were about a year into it. People are coming to my house all hours of the day, in the evening, wanting to catch their workout. They're being inspired. They're wanting more. They're ready for change. They're trying to build, right? They're trying to build their life, and I'm trying to help them. And so that desire in me to do that, that was feeding me. The hustle, though, knock at the door about a year in, code violation, too many people come into the house. You got 10 days to find another location or shut down. Well, what do? We had to innovate. We had to drop back, create. We had to figure it out. And so I'm hustling around trying to coordinate at different parks. And that's what we did. We moved Trinity Fitness out of my garage into 3 different parks. And that took hustle, because in the morning I had to load up my van and head over to one park and run some classes over there. In the afternoon, I would hit another park and run some classes over there, load the van back up, and in the evening, I would head to another park. And that went on for quite a while. I did every class, every day. I was the only Trinity Fitness trainer, and that just took hustle. And I'm thankful that the other business that I started it allowed me the time freedom to go and do that. But it took a lot of hustle to do both of those entrepreneurial type jobs, those positions. So I want you to think about it like this. When you're trying to build your life, your business, your venture, your cause, whatever that thing might be, is your desire feeding your hustle? Is your desire strong enough to feed that hustle in you, to get you up and to put those hours in? And if not, why not? Maybe do a gut check. Say, hey, do I need to create more hustle in my life? Evaluate yourself. You coach you. Am I putting enough time in? Am I putting the time in that's needed, that's going to get me to where I need to go? Are my passions, my desires feeding that hustle? And if they're not, is it time for you to exit? Every leader's got to ask themselves that question, right? Maybe it's time for you to find another desire, another passion, something else to put your hustle into, or it could be that you need to regenerate and get back. All right, but you have to ask yourself that question. So I want to challenge you with that. And in my life today, that's what I do. I give myself a gut check. Is my hustle waning? If so, why? And let me get back at it. Okay, and so today, again, we're talking about how to endure hard climbs. I'm using Trinity Fitness as an example because it is one of the hardest climbs that I've done in my life. I'm still climbing with Trinity Fitness today, and it takes 3 qualities to build and endure hard climbs. Number 1, desire. Number 2, hustle. And number 3, focus. And if you know me, I have a t-shirt that says desire, hustle, focus. And if you're around me, you hear me say all the time, desire, hustle, focus, because I want those words in my life and I want those words in your life. They are the 3 key qualities for you to build the life that you want, to build the venture that you want, to launch a new thing, to get involved in a cause that brings more good into the world. Desire, the hustle, the focus. And here's what I mean by focus. I'll tell you what, I remember this. One day we were still in my garage with Trinity Fitness working out, and there was a good buddy of mine. His name is Dave. He's still involved with Trinity Fitness today. And Dave pulled me aside after the workout and he says, you know what? You're onto something here. He said, I know you're working this other entrepreneurial thing that you created as well, but you got Trinity Fitness going here. He goes, in order for you to grow Trinity Fitness to the next level, I mean, think about, dream about what this could be. He said, you're going to need to focus on it full time. And in order for anything to grow, he said, you have to have somebody focusing on it full time. And he goes, if that's not you, Jason, then find that person, because Trinity Fitness is too good to not have somebody focusing on it full time. Well, that caused me to do some deep reflection. And I said, focus is exactly what I need. I've got the desire. I've got the hustle. Lord knows I'm hustling. I'm working hard, but the focus. I've had half my focus over here and half my focus over here, and that became a limiting factor. Is that a limiting factor in your life? In perhaps what you're trying to grow? Is it a limiting factor in what you're trying to be? And how can you get more focus into your life? For me, it took deep reflection. It took a few months of wrestling. And I finally let the other business go after 14 years of laboring on that other entrepreneurial deal. I let that go to focus on Trinity Fitness full time. What happened? We developed a mission statement. We developed a vision statement. I enlisted others around me to help. I developed a trainer certification program, systems and processes, all of these things. The vision was big, is big, and the mission is simply how we live out that vision on a daily basis. That's the type of focus that was needed. That's the type of focus that is needed if you're going to grow your life into what you want it to be. And so let me ask you this, and I want you to think about it like this. I want you to think about this in terms of whatever it is that you're building. Your life, your business, the nonprofit, the cause. Are you clear on the type of person that you're trying to be, that you want to grow into? Are you clear on what's most important in your life right now? Are you clear on the work that you want to be involved in? And if not, how can you gain more clarity? Because it's that clarity, that's focus and clarity and focus, very, very similar. As you gain greater clarity, you begin to laser beam focus, and that's when you really begin to climb and you get above the tree line that I was talking about earlier, and the air gets crisper and cleaner and fresh, and you can see clearly who it is you want to be, where it is you want to go, and the work that's most meaningful to you. That's why I became a certified high performance coach. After all these years, I've been coaching football and sports, coaching in the gym, traveling, speaking, coaching people from stages. But when it comes down to it, I'm a coach at heart, and that's why I became a certified high performance coach, to help people gain more clarity, more energy, more productivity, more courage, more influence, all these things. So if you are interested in working with me as your high performance coach, get in touch with me. Leave some comments below, and I would be happy to send you a strategy session that's free, no obligation, but it gets the dialogue going between you and I to see if we would be a great fit to work together. Desire, hustle, focus is what's needed to endure these hard climbs, my friend. I'll see you at the top, and until next time, keep that desire, that hustle, and that focus.